Welcome into this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. We got some good news to get to, and we got some bad news to get to on your Seattle Seahawks. We'll tell you exactly what's going on the offensive line, particularly at the offensive tackle position, coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, all week long in the lead-up to Sunday's matchup against the San Francisco 49ers, we are doing a sub-battle with Chase Sr. and the Niners Report. We don't want to just beat the Niners on the football field, but we want to beat them off the football field as well and show them why we have the best fans in the NFC West along with the rest of the National Football League. For daily Seahawks coverage, live shows. We're going to be live later on this afternoon here on the channel, in addition to our watch parties, our breaking news, Q&A mailbags, and more. It's all right here on Seattle Seahawks Today. Subscribe now for free, and we'll get started with today's show. Let's begin with the good news for the Seattle Seahawks. Offensive tackle Abraham Lucas finally has been activated to the 53-man roster from the PUP list. Guess who's back? Back again. Finally, the much-anticipated return of Abraham Lucas, who has not played in 2024, had off-season knee surgery. If you recall, Mike Macdonald said many, many months ago the goal was to get him back in time for training camp. That did not happen. This has been a much-anticipated return, and now he is activated and possibly could play on Sunday. More on that coming up later. But this is big, folks, for Seattle to have Abraham Lucas finally fully healthy and recovered, a successful surgery. It was a long process, but here we are. We finally get to see Abraham Lucas coming off that bye week. We'll talk more about Lucas coming up later. Now the bad news. With Abraham Lucas coming back, George Fant has been placed on injured reserve with a re-aggravated knee injury that he re-aggravated in the loss to the LA Rams just a couple of weeks ago in his first game back. So not great news for George Fant there. And so you get another guy back while you lose another. This leaves a big question mark when it comes to depth on the offensive line, particularly at that offensive tackle spot. Obviously, Stone Forsythe is not healthy right now as well. So that leaves Seattle's offensive line looking like this. Abraham Lucas should be sliding into the starting right tackle role, assuming that he's fully healthy and good to go. If not, we could see Mike Jerrell potentially start this week and ease Abraham Lucas back into the fold. But nonetheless, the plan is for Abraham Lucas to eventually get his old job back as the starting right tackle. Charles Cross, who's had a very good year, basically the only bright spot for the offensive line for Seattle. He's your starting left tackle. Laken Tomlinson at left guard, Connor Williams at center, Anthony Bradford at the right guard spot, with Christian Haynes behind him there, making up Seattle's offensive line. We will talk more about Abraham Lucas and let you hear directly from Mike Macdonald coming up in just a moment. But first, what is your one-word reaction to the Seahawks injury news? I'll give you my one-word reaction coming up in just a moment, but want to hear from you guys first. When in the comments section, let us know what that is. Today's show is sponsored by our friends at Public Rec. I am wearing their shirt. It not only looks good, but it feels extremely comfortable. I got the pants at home as well. I really love the pants, whether it's for a casual outing or just hanging out at home. You get the most out of Public Rec, folks. Let's be real, guys. Wearing nice pants sucks. Who decided that stiff, uncomfortable fabric squeezing your family jewels was the key to looking sharp? Well, here's an early holiday gift from me to you. Those days are finally over. Public Rec's Daymaker pants are here to make you stay comfy and classy this season. They feel like your favorite sweats, but look like tailor-made pants. Yep, super stretchy with an elastic waistband so you can rock them anywhere. Give the gift of comfort to yourself or someone you love this holiday season with Public Rec's Daymaker pants. And for a limited time, you can get 20% off your entire order with code CHAT20 at publicrec.com. That's 20% off when you use the promo code CHAT20 at publicrec.com. Dad, I hope you're not watching right now because I think I'm going to have to get Dad some Public Rec gear for the holidays, whether it's the shirt or the pants. Dad's going to love it. Makes for a great gift for dad, uncle, brother, son, whoever it may be. Public Rec not only has the most comfortable pants ever made, but they have a huge selection of high-quality everyday basics. You can revamp your entire wardrobe with their perfect fitting polos, shorts, and hoodies. Stop suffering in regular pants and give the gift of comfort this holiday season. For a limited time only, our listeners get 20% off when you use code CHAT20 at checkout. That's 20% off with code CHAT20 at publicrec.com. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Say goodbye to pants that put up a fight, because when comfort meets style, you found Public Rec. My one word reaction is boom! The Seahawks are bringing the boom. Shout out AJ and Big Justice with the addition of Abraham Lucas, getting him back into this rotation on the Seahawks offensive line. And if Lucas is fully healthy, and that's still a big if, we'll find out when he actually takes the field. Remember last year when he returned from injury, he wasn't fully healthy, and he struggled and ended up having surgery and all that. If he is fully healthy and stays healthy, this could change everything for the Seahawks offensive line, because must I remind you, folks, the last time we saw Abraham Lucas at full strength, you go back to his rookie campaign in 2022, he and Charles Cross played alongside each other as the starting tackles on this Seahawks offensive line, and they were both very good. Abraham Lucas, some would say, was even better than Charles Cross in their rookie campaigns. So if they are getting Abraham Lucas at the standard that he was even at his rookie season, or if he's comparable now to where Charles Cross is even at now, either way, you're in very good shape and much better off when it comes to this offensive line situation. Macdonald on Monday said this about Abraham Lucas. I think that the best version of Lucas is going to give us the best version of our offensive line. We want to make sure that he's ready to go. But from what I saw today, it looked really good. He looked good last week. There's a timeline here that we're kind of abiding by, and there are certain milestones and hurdles you need to cross in order for him to play his best ball. So hopefully that's this week. Macdonald went on to say that this Sunday against the Niners is a realistic expectation. Now, just to clarify, that does not mean that he plays every snap, that he even starts this Sunday. But getting him on the field Sunday will be a huge step forward, big step in progress if they can do so, and then build upon from there. You look at Abraham Lucas and his resume, the third-round pick in 2022 out of Washington State, and you look at also what he did. He and Cross, that rookie campaign, the Seahawks brought those guys in, and the hope was that they found their two starting tackles for the future, as they were the first duo, rookie duo, to start at offensive tackle since 1970. And he's played in 22 career games with 22 starts. And the last time we saw him at full strength that rookie season was solid. 68.5 overall grade, pass block grade of 69.6, nice. Run block rate of 65.1. Those are numbers right now that the Seahawks would gladly take. If he's even just what he was as a rookie, and I would hope that a couple more years in the NFL where he's seen how the NFL process has worked, even if he hasn't played much in the last couple of seasons, I would hope that he builds upon that rookie season. But I would even take what we saw in 2022 when PFF rated him as the 39th best offensive tackle in the NFL, and he was the 5th best rookie by PFF in 2022 as well. The question then becomes, though, as we're looking at Abraham Lucas making his return potentially this week and going forward, is this a chronic knee problem for Abraham Lucas, though? Remember what Pete Carroll had said last year, that he thought that this was a chronic issue. Remember, he had knee problems dating back to his days at Washington State. That's why he fell to the third round, was the knee concerns. And it wasn't an issue his rookie season, but it's been an issue ever since. And is it fixed now? Mike Macdonald has seemed optimistic. What we've heard from Macdonald and this coaching staff has been a total opposite from what Pete Carroll and company had said. They don't believe it's a chronic issue. They believe that it's fixed, that he's fine now. But we won't know till we know. And you think about where the Seahawks are at in this offensive line. I don't have to tell you. You all know it's been bad. The Seahawks sack rate allowed is at about 7.55%. That's 20th best in the NFL. Not good. Geno's been sacked a total of 28 times this season. And that sounds like a lot, and it is. But you even take it a step further. It's not just the sacks. It's how much pressure Geno's under about every single play, it seems, of having to fight off defenders just to get passes off. The pressure amount is just insane as well. So that's where Abraham Lucas is going to be a big help here, is not only preventing the sacks, but also just giving Geno a few extra seconds to get the ball off and go from there. So I'm very happy for Abe. I think this is great that Abraham Lucas is coming back. I hate to hear about George Fant in his situation, but nonetheless, Abe's the guy. And I think long-term goal, as we're wrapping up today, when it's all said and done, here's what I hope for. I hope that Abraham Lucas plays fantastic down the stretch, stays healthy, and then we get this knee thing all figured out. Hopefully everything's okay. And then we could be potentially looking at Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas playing with each other for a very long time and playing at a high level. That's the long-term goal on this. We'll see if it happens, but this is a huge step in the right direction to getting to that point. Do you believe in Abraham Lucas? Is he going to get the job done? Is he going to stay healthy? Weigh in, let us know. Type B for believe, D for don't. Get in that comment section. Let us know what you think. Appreciate you joining us here on Seattle Seahawks Today. For continuing Seahawks coverage, subscribe now. We'll be live later on this afternoon, beginning at 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific. We'll see you then.